Hello and welcome to another day in paradise, and welcome to another edition of the Unapologetic Negropian in today's video. Last night I went to bed chuffed with myself. I got a lot of things done yesterday. It was a pretty productive day. I managed to work. I got a lot of administration done. I was taking care of the kid along with doing the video that you watched yesterday. The video about Marley Morris of the Gambia and Dr. Stephen Ferguson. That video was around 25 minutes long, and I'm not sure if you guys realize this, but I'm not as talented as Go Back to Africa or Prince Dynasty Mia or Art Cathy, because if you watch their videos, they will come on. They don't have to edit those videos because they're talented enough to be able to just talk their way through, and they're brilliant, I've got to admit it, but I don't have that talent. So what I do is I come along, I sit down, I get my ideas out, and I talk and I edit the hell out of my videos. And I paste them all together into one seamless, pretty coherent video, which you guys watched yesterday. But those videos take, gosh, they take hours to edit. The one from yesterday took at least 6 hours to edit, and I was very happy to edit it. And it will take 6 hours because I'm doing other things at the same time. Okay, so that's that over. So I posted the video last night at around 9 o'clock, and I think I went to bed at about 10:30. I was quite happy with myself. This morning I woke up to a number of irate messages from a number of YouTube viewers. More than one of these viewers was specifically asking me to take the video down. Now, if you've been watching me, you will pretty much know already, I largely ignore those types of requests. However, I got one request from one person who was absolutely irate, very, very angry with the video that I posted yesterday, and it wasn't about what I was saying about Dr. Stephen Ferguson. No, it was all about Marley Morris and how I should not talk about him. So if you've clicked on the thumbnail, you will already know that the person in question is, of course, Pheonyx Rain. She sent me a number of messages to explain why she was angry. In these messages, she explains why she's so angry. The fact that I am just trying to smear Marley Morris like it's some sort of campaign that I have, like I have something personal against him, like it's a vendetta. I couldn't quite understand this message when I first read it, but it was only afterwards when I was able to really take it in and let it sink in and decipher the message that I realized what these messages were all about. So, what were these messages all about? That is what we are going to go through today. We're going to go through each one of these messages. We're going to read them out, and we're going to try and decipher what Pheonyx Rain is trying to tell me in this video. But as always, I'm going to ask you to please like, subscribe, share, click the bell notification, and please consider supporting the channel on our Patreon, link in the description, and we're going to get into this. Now, as a disclaimer, I rarely do this. And this is because I would prefer people, if they have these feelings against my videos, just write it in the comments section. I get at least 50 messages from people showing me their displeasure about my videos. Join the queue. Leave your comments in the comments section, and then we can joust it out there, and other people can also talk and give me their opinions. This is what it's all about. This is what the community is all about. It's all about sharing, right? It's all about communicating with each other and shared interest in a particular viewpoint. So if you do have a problem, you don't need to send me a text message. But in saying that, I'm not really trying to call Pheonyx Rain out. But there are people that I am trying to call out. And this message is actually a nice segue about the real truth of what is going on in the Gambia. So I'm going to give you guys first a quick rundown of who Pheonyx Rain is. Pheonyx Rain is an African-American YouTuber, and she came to the Gambia almost 9 months ago. There was a massive uproar when she actually came to the Gambia, because she came to the Gambia in order to help Quasi Boyd and Art Cathy with their business and their accounts. When she got there, there was apparently a takeover attempt, something which I didn't believe myself, but that's what she was accused of. She was unceremoniously kicked out of the business. She in turn locked all the accounts so that Crazy Boyd and Art Cathy couldn't get to the money, and yeah, it blew up from there. Most of you guys know this. She went into business by herself to try and get those people who were coming over from the United States of America, who were looking forward to settling down in the Gambia, into the property which was set up by Crazy Boyd's company, because the properties under Crazy Boyd's company were virtually unfit for the job. The Pheonyx reign actually stayed in the Gambia. She never returned to the United States, and she made her home there. And she's been doing pretty well, actually. She has started her own initiative trying to get people into the fashion industry, young people into the fashion industry. So that brings us up to today. She has watched my video from yesterday and has voiced her displeasure in a pretty long, protracted WhatsApp conversation. So that's what we're going to go through right now. There's nothing overly bearing inside here, and I'm not, like I said before, I'm not trying to poke particularly at her, but when you watch the end of this video, you're going to see what is going on. So let's take a listen to what she had to say. She starts off with this: I thought we had a very clear conversation about you keeping Marley Morris out of your smear campaigns. I'm truly upset with you right now. You have gone down a very dark rabbit hole that is less about truth and facts than it is about you just smearing people. This is not how you started, but I guess whatever gets you the views is all right with you. I don't talk about people behind their backs, so let me tell you directly, I can't support your channel anymore. Now, in reply to Pheonyx, I told her that she is able to express her opinion to me. That is fine. She didn't need to send it in a message. She can easily just put it into the comment section below. It's always welcome. However, if you know me by now, you will know that I would never make such an agreement. I would never make an agreement to not talk about any particular person, ever. Yet alone Marley Morris, a person that I have never even considered talking about in the past. So I don't understand why she would even think that I would come up with some sort of agreement with her to not talk particularly about Marley Morris. It's a very strange comment she made there. I also explained to her that the video yesterday was not really about Marley Morris anyway. It was more about Dr. Stephen Ferguson, and actually the vast majority of the video is about Dr. Stephen Ferguson. It's just that when I did this research, Marley Morris came up, and I was a little disappointed of the fact that he was pushing this gentleman on his radio show, and this gentleman is actually still on the radio show once every Thursday. So I did say this in the video. She didn't like it. Oh well. I also tell her that no one is above reproach, not even me. So why should I single out Marley Morris and say, well, I'm not going to speak about him, but I can speak about, let's say I did a video a few months ago about the president of Rwanda, and I accused him of genocide in the Congo. That's okay. Yeah, no problem. But Marley Morris, no. Let's keep him out of things. Not a chance. She responded with this: I watched the entire video and it's rubbish. You get it just fine. I respect truth. You cannot attach people to smear campaigns when nothing is based in truth or fact. You have this way of slanting things for clickbait. I'm extremely disappointed. I've unsubscribed from your channel. I won't contact you again. This was trash at its highest level. So she replied in kind: I watched the entire video and it's rubbish. You get it just fine. I respect truth. You cannot attach people to smear campaigns when you have nothing based on truth or fact. You have this way of slanting things for clickbait. I'm extremely disappointed. I've unsubscribed from your channel. I won't contact you again. This was trash at its highest level. So I told her, well, don't just call it trash and rubbish. You know, be constructive. Tell me what you dislike about my video. Tell me what it is that angers you, that really pushes your buttons. And she replies in another message, I too am unapologetic. So if I have something to say to you, I must say it to you exactly how I feel it. That's what adult is, because you've attacked literally everybody. Now we're going to get down to the grit of things. Nobody can distinguish who is deserving of these attacks and who is not. It invalidates everything you've said, but it makes people distrustful of everybody. I am cleaning up some of that fallout. I spent more than 2 hours on the phone with a brother yesterday who has been trying to move his family to the Gambia, but is scared because you've made everybody untrustworthy, and that is not facts. There are scammers, we both know that to be true, but you cannot just attach people, names, faces to and act like you are unaware of the damage it causes. It's irresponsible of you at best, and I'm not going to be quiet for you to do that to a good person. Quite frankly, it's up, and you know it. So be an adult and admit that you are meant to do it for the views. Again, I say to you, just like I always have, these are people's lives. Cut that. Seriously. That was a very telling message. It spoke volumes to me because I realized that the rants, the anger, the energy that she was putting over to me in these messages had nothing to do with Marley Morris. No. It had everything to do with the fact that you now have people who are now waking up and who are asking more questions and doing more due diligence before they start considering doing deals in Gambia with other diasporans. This was actually brilliant. It was poetic to me because this tells me that people are beginning to wake up and people are being more careful when it comes to investing in Africa. People are being more careful when they invest their money in the Gambia. They are picking out, they're being choosy. The fact that this man had a 2-hour phone call with Pheonyx yesterday was not a negative, it was a positive. And this Pheonyx should see it in that way. But no, I have absolutely no sympathy for Pheonyx or any of those other diasporans who have moved to the Gambia in order to do work in the real estate sector. Let me tell you why. Number one, nothing has changed in that time that they have all been there. No one has done anything differently. Do you want me to tell you why no one's done anything differently? It's because they don't want anything to change. Pheonyx and all those other people in the real estate sector in the Gambia, those diasporans do not want change. They are comfortable with the status quo. You send your money over to them and you must trust them. Those people who are watching this video now, who have purchased land or houses through one of these diasporans, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? You've done this, you've done deals, you've done business with these people. You've seen the way they speak to you. When you first have initial interest in buying a house in the Gambia, you make the phone calls, they call you back, they're always on their phone with you, they're always calling you back, and they're speaking to you in that certain tone of voice. Hello, how are you doing? Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. I'm here for you, yada, yada, yada. And then all of a sudden, you send their money to you and it's, yo, I'm not ready yet. Yo, I'll give you a call back later, maybe. That's how it is. You've seen that, you've seen that change in the energy once they've received your money. It's kind of like, yeah. tomorrow. Mañana, mañana. This is how it is. This is exactly the way it is. And now all of a sudden, those people are understanding this. This is the way those diasporans who are working in the real estate sector in the Gambia, this is the way they like it. This is the way they want it to stay. They want to be in the driver's seat. They want to be in control of that deal. They want to be the middleman making all the money. They want to be the person who has a contact from America, contact them, have interest in a particular land. You go out to that land, you ask the landowner, how much does that land cost? And they say, oh, it costs $3,000. And then you go back to the person in America and say, yeah, that's great. It's for sale for $6,000. People are doubling and sometimes tripling that price, and they like that. They want to be that middleman where you have absolutely no power in that deal, because that's what happens. Once you've sent them that money, you have no power. You have to follow through. And it's infuriating that these people, they don't want change. They don't want change. The second reason is this. We are still here. I'm getting frustrated as well. There's only been one arrest, and that was months ago. And I'm trying to work my hardest right now to try and bring those numbers up to make sure the Gambia is a safer place to invest in. But no, they don't want that. They want chaos. These agents love chaos because they get to be that agent that becomes the personal friend of the person in America who plans to move over to the Gambia. And hey, there's only one person who you can trust, that one agent that you have developed that relationship with. That's what they want. They want control. I'm sick of this. There is no way that this can carry on this way. We must have change. We must be able to develop a system where at least there is neutrality when it comes to purchasing land or property in Africa for our people in the diaspora, for those people who are 50, 60, 70 years old, who want to spend the rest of their lives in Africa, on the mainland, with people who look like them, away from the decrepit, degenerate police in the United States. There must be a way that we can develop a way that we can put those people in control, put them in the driver's seat so they can make decisions on the foot, so that they don't have to rely on people like Pheonyx Rain, Art Cathy's, or anybody else who believes that they somehow are experts because they've lived in Africa for 6 or 7 months. I'm telling you this now, if there are agents over there who come into my comment section and say, oh, well, this is rubbish, you can't do this, you can't do that. You need to listen and read and watch the people who reply to this video and take heed. Because those types of people who don't want change in the Gambia, those types of people who don't mind chaos going on in the Gambia, those types of people who say that I'm talking rubbish, be careful, be aware for those people, because those people do not have your best interest at heart. Nobody is going to cry for these agents. No, I'm not going to cry for them. I don't care about them, if I need to be honest with you. I care about those people who have been sending their life savings over to Africa, only to have it stolen by dotty, decrepit thieves. That's what I care about. Those people who have worked in the diaspora with the racist, I don't even want to say it, but with those racists, and they've worked their entire lives in the diaspora, and now they want to retire back to Africa only to land into the hands of these absolute filthy degenerates, the fake lawyers, the fake real estate agents, those people who are saying they have land but don't, those people who are taking land, chopping it up, taking a piece, and then footing you with the bill. I'm sick of these people, and you should be too. It's time for change, and it's time for them to enact that change. And if they don't change it, somebody else will, and they are not going to like it. So guys, I'm sorry for going off, but really this has been a bit of a frustrating time for me. Change is afoot. I know this. It's in the air. This is not sustainable, especially not for the diaspora. Things will come to a head and things will have to change. Okay, so please guys, have hope. Those people who do want to move to Kenya, to Rwanda, to South Africa, to Ghana, to the Gambia, those people who really see those places as their dream, hold on to your dream, but please take your time. Do your due diligence. If you have to be on the phone for 2 hours, if you have to be on the phone for 4 hours, do so, okay? It doesn't matter what these people think. It really doesn't. Don't think about them. Think about yourself. Think about the person who's been grafting in the diaspora for the last 20, 30 years. Think about yourself, because that's what you've been doing. And before you send your money over to these hoodlums, do your due diligence. In fact, try and look for a way to do it without sending them money. That is what I would do. Try and find a way that you can do all these checks and balances without this person taking a penny off you. They're getting money in 2 ways anyway, okay? These are agents. They're probably gonna bump up the price as well, and they're gonna charge you. So don't worry about them. Worry about yourself. So do any of you guys plan on moving to the Gambia at any point this summer? Have any of you guys already packed your bags and you're ready, but you're having second thoughts? Let me know what you think about the agents over there in the comments section. It'd be really good to hear what your opinion is on this. So guys, that's it from me for today. I'd like to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I can't even talk properly because I'm still angry. And I'd like to give an extra special thank you to my Patreons. I will see you in the next one. Until the next time, please think twice. Ta-ra a bit.